Hi, friends, and welcome back to another episode of This is for the Soul, the podcast, and I'm your host, Brianna Sade. If you are not new here, hello and welcome back, and if you are, hey, I do read tarot, and before each episode, I shuffle my deck and I do a one-card intuitive pull just to connect with my audience, feel the vibes, and deliver any messages from spirit, the universe, the divine, or whatever it is that you believe in. I set the intention that if you come across this message, it was meant for you to find. So without further ado, let's get into the reading. So the card that I pulled for today's episode is the Six of Wands. I love this card and I love the energy because the Six of Wands is all about success, hard work, dedication, and victory. Whenever this card comes up, it literally means victory. So if there is something that you are wanting to pursue, or if you are pursuing something currently, it will be successful as long as you continue to put in that hard work and that dedication. The Wand suite in general is all about creativity, fire, passion, which is ruled by fire signs. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Leo season is on the horizon. So the message is very simply put, keep going. Success is in your near future. Hard work will pay off and you will see the fruits of your labor. So this is a very loving energy, a very exciting energy. And if you needed that double confirmation, there you have it. But that is that for this reading. It was very quick, short, and simple. Now we can actually get into the episode. Hey y'all. So before we get into the juicy details, I have an announcement to make. Last episode, I had mentioned that I dropped an ebook, and unfortunately, as quickly as I put it up, I had to discontinue the sales because of some personal issues. But, it really wasn't about the money for me, even though I did make a couple of sales. I really cared about the value that it was delivering to people. So I discontinued the sales, but that doesn't mean that it's not still out. I decided to just link the entire PDF for the book in my link tree. It's 100% free now, so if anybody would like to check that out, feel free. I do plan on making more books and putting myself out there because writing is a secret love of mine, and I've just been in this really expressive mood lately, and I guess, that kind of ties into what we're going to be talking about today. If you guys don't know, the new moon in Cancer just passed, and new moons are all about the beginning of a cycle, starting fresh and setting intentions. Currently, as I'm recording this, we are still in Cancer season, and the sign of Cancer is ruled by the moon. The moon is nurturing feminine energy and emotion. And this specific cycle is all about emotional reset, getting clear on what we want, what we don't want, and just doing things that are emotionally fulfilling. The energy can still be felt. It still lingers after. And these past couple of days, I've just been journaling, writing, spending a lot of time alone and reflecting. I've been getting into journaling heavy again because my thoughts really do need an outlet, and it's something that I used to do consistently, but I fell off. So now I made a promise to myself that I'm going to try to be more consistent. So far, so good. I wake up in the morning and that's when I choose. So I just dump everything that I'm feeling, how I want my day to be, or just anything that I need to get off of my mind before the day actually starts for me. I even started my own little video diary series. of me venting to myself. So I will put my phone up, I'll record a video, and I'll rewatch it. And it's really healing and therapeutic because sometimes we need to be our own best friends. And some things you just can't tell everybody, or some things you want to get out without feeling judged. And that's me. I'm an empath. I'm an emotionally sensitive person, and I don't like feeling judged whenever I speak my feelings and my opinion. And sometimes I can let my emotions get the best of me or cloud my judgment in situations that can lead me into places where I put restrictions on myself and cause disappointment and just be fixated on false outcomes. I do not like direct confrontation, but whether it be internally or externally, if I don't face my issues head on, at some point it will affect me mentally and emotionally. Emotional maturity in general is super important, and I don't think a lot of people realize how serious it is to have a steady grasp on feelings and emotions. I was watching All American, can't remember who said this, but the saying stuck with me, and it went something along the lines of, you have to feel to heal, and you can't keep hiding how you feel because eventually you will run out of hiding spots. And that resonated with me to my core, because what I'm realizing on my spiritual journey is that for a very long time, I've been suppressing my own feelings, and I noticed that I have not been honest with myself. And being honest with yourself means being real and being genuine and just facing truths that might be uncomfortable. But subconsciously, it is very easy to lie to yourself and sell yourself false stories. I've had plenty experiences where the universe has forced me to see something for what it is, and I would just ignore it or try to paint a whole nother picture of the situation. But some way, somehow, the truth is always going to reveal itself. And the other day, actually, I had an encounter with someone, not going to say any names, but they gave me a huge wake-up call to start being comfortable with myself and embracing who I am. So I've been contemplating this for a while now, but it feels like but I feel like it's time for me to accept this, and it's time for me to let the world know that I am gay. And I know that's probably like oh my gosh, yeah, but I've been through some phases with my sexuality, and for a while it was a if you know, you know type of thing, because I wasn't really open, but I was the gay friend, I guess you can say, in my friend group, and my first girlfriend was in high school. But it's still like, even at that time, I was very confused, and I felt a lot of pressure because deep down inside, I knew what it is that I wanted, but I was always scared to fully admit it and express how I feel and this is who I am, because I felt like I had to hold on to an idea of what society expected me to be. And in middle school and high school, everybody and their mama was bisexual. It was like being gay was a trend or some shit. I don't know why, but that was just the thing back then. And I mean, I've dated both genders, more guys than girls. However, I've never had a boyfriend, and a lot of the guys that I did date were situationships that didn't even last that long. And I would try to always convince myself that there's that 1% out there that's everything that I want. But it's like, in reality, it's like, where? And I know that I'm not the only girl who's dealt with like issues like this. Like it's hard to kind of like stray away from something that you are so used to. Then I got to college and I got some more experience, and I started considering myself as a no label, because my mindset was I like who I like, and I just didn't want to be placed in a box because labels can be restricting. That is very true. However, the only person that was putting me in a box was me, because I was just scared to just say I'm gay and be okay with that. Sexuality is very fluid. You can be straight one day, gay the next, but it's just like I just didn't want to place a label on myself because I was scared. I knew, and I know now, that of course there are people out there who might not be fully accepting of it. And there were people in my family who said, oh, if you're gay, you go to hell, blah, 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 blah. But it's just like, I'm not here to live for anyone else. And by me not being real with myself and always caring what other people think of me, I was placing a mental restriction on myself. And I was literally the only one judging, because most people around me been new. And now everybody knows. But when it came to me like dating guys, sometimes there would be a connection, and I realized that my attraction was more so physical than emotional, which is why shit never lasted or worked out. And it was so easier for me to just move on and not give a shit, which is probably another reason why having genuine male friends was difficult for me, because I do have some male friends. I'm not going to say I don't have any, but majority of the time, not all the time, but majority of the time, boys want to be friends with you and then eventually expect more out of you, if you know what I mean. And I was able to sense that shit off rip. I've found myself in these situations a few times because I haven't been honest with myself, and giving off that confusing vibe was an unintentional lead on. And I'm realizing that now. Because if nobody knows what I am and I don't want to fully say what I am, then it's like, what are you doing? I just have to be straight up and real and own my truths and let go of the guilt and the shame I feel for wanting to be me for me. Honesty is the best policy, truly, because when you're honest with yourself and everyone around you, it's easier to say how you feel and stand on it, whether or not people want to agree with you or not. But the problem is everybody wants honest, genuine people around them, but can't handle the truth. And to be honest, the truth can set you free though. You just have to be open to accepting it and learn when it's time to be for real. I hope that sharing my story inspires others to be brave and own their truth, because you only get one life to live. So live it and be who you are. But all right, friends, that is the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I am so grateful to all. The podcast is on YouTube again, but this time it is completely audio. So if you are on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Or if you're listening to it on a streaming platform, do not forget to leave a review and leave a little comment or two, just so we can spread the love to more people. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will talk to you guys next episode. Bye.